George Lowe, DragonCon 2010, Part 4.
Great the killer is. If they really wanted to amp it up, they would change keys midway. Yeah. Intensity, drama, action. None of it here in George Lowe's panel. Meanwhile, the people in the hall continue to wait. Wasn't that a movie, The People in the Hall? Brian De Palma brings a new realm of terror to the viewing audience. Dun 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 dun. They didn't get to the theater in time. Dun 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 dun. They were stuck in the hall. Dun 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 dun. Sweaty fat kids who couldn't move as fast as the others. Dun, dun, dun. They are the people in the hall. Felt the diarrhea vision. No one admitted during the first 5 minutes because you will get the squirts. Dun dun. Nurses will be appointed in the lobby to make sure everyone has plenty of tucks. Dun 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 dun. What was the question? A decent room, kids. Free Frosties. Oh, even people who are mentally ill recoiling from horror. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that. Even when I'm writing my name in poo on the walls, I wouldn't have done it. That lactating thing was just too much, if you ask me. That was just too darn much. I'm truly sorry, ma'am. What did you say? I would have been one bad doctor. And I thought about it. I'll tell you a story I may not have told you before. That's a fine question. Who's ready for a story? Are we sitting comfortably? Good, then I'll begin. When I was doing PM Magazine in Tampa, Florida, I had a buddy who was a surgeon, Enrique Nito. He says, my wife won't let me get a Ferrari. All he wanted was a used Ferrari, like Magnum. He wanted the used Ferrari. And Henry thought it was so cool to be on TV, and I thought it was so cool to be a doctor. I swear, he would introduce me in surgeries as Dr. Lowe, who just finished med school. And I had to learn an awful lot really fast because I guess he didn't know I hadn't been to med school. And Henry was like, tell me what to clamp on. And I'm like, I'm guessing the part of the bowel that doesn't look like 15 feet of rubber hose. That's kind of necrotic and dark. He's like, that's very good. He says, well, see, this is Dr. Lowe. He went to med school. And I'm like, this lady's an attorney and ready to sue. It better not have been my cousin Dee Dee. Space Ghost looking at my darling cousin's entrails. Oh, I mean, it was like a gas station. The guy was pulling stuff out everywhere, and well, what do you think should happen here? And I'm like, will you quit? They think I know. I don't know. Always time for a picture. Pardon me. This is why we're not getting anything done. No, I was really interested in it. Then I thought, that's a mistake. You can't do math. And that's all I need is to mix up kilograms and cc's and pounds. 3 little critical things when the guy walks in the door. It's like, George, you've given him enough Vicodin for an elephant. No wonder he's so lethargic. Let's put a bra and panties on him. When he wakes up, it'll be really funny. Everybody will have a fine laugh at his expense. Just as soon as we intubate him. My friends, why the lady in the lovely purple frock?
Hi. I know you do cons every year. I wondered if there's any fandoms that you just don't get.
If there's any, oh gosh, ma'am, I don't even get mine. That's an easy one. I get these guys coming, you ever heard of Toilet Seat Squad? And I'm like, no, I must have missed that one. Thanks for visiting. Can I interest you in an overpriced picture? Yeah, and then some of them become their own characters, bless their little hearts, and you know, it's exciting. The kids love it. My best friend's roaming the hotel somewhere with his little boy, and they're having a big time. And I just like watching the sick adults. Especially if somebody's barfing down. What am I doing? Seriously, I don't get to go over for my people, even in the crappy room. Even I got to tell you what. You know, let me tell my security folks at Dragon Con 3 little words. GPS. I'm going through this kitchen with all these colored lines. Like I told you, I keep waiting for Sirhan to jump out and go, "No more comedy of yours." Some huge-breasted kitchen lady holding onto my head, and I'm like, "Oh, sure, now I meet you. Fine." Oh, they killed my favorite voiceover guy. Okay, so we're going into the hall again. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll indulge me while I go out here to the ill-prepared hall people once again who couldn't arrive on time. I should talk about that. My ass... Or she was associated, wasn't she? Associated. What's it matter at this point? Doesn't matter. Okay, who's got a question in here for Daddy? We're down to the final moments, according to Mr. Anal Retentive. Now, here's one thing you kids can help Uncle Daddy with. Don't forget, Uncle Daddy does his special picture deal after each one of these. Find me a little spot where anybody who wants to do that will meet out here. You can do your half-price Christmas shopping. Fun for the whole family. This man has not smiled one time at me. Oh, there it is. Now, see, with a beautiful GQ look like that, you've got... Wipe that frown upside down. As his grandma would say, he's a handsome boy. There he is. There's Daddy's handsome boy. Actually, son, it's not a joke. I am your father. He's like, oh, great, I don't have enough on me. Thanks. Yes, back here, man with goatee, trying to look snappy. Hey, look at that. Even jazz musicians are going, yeah, right. Yes, it's kind of Jerry Garcia meets the kid down at the Sonic. I kid. Thank you, Robert Smigel, for I kid. I can't get enough of it. I kid. And Leland Sklar, ladies and gentlemen. How's that for obscure? Yeah, that got nothing. That one was for me. Leland Sklar, everybody. S-K-L-A-R. Listen to that.
I was just going to say, first of all, one of my favorite Space Ghost episodes is the one where Macho Man posed as...
yeah. Oh, great. Glad they did that sauce and crab, Daddy. I can handle this, Grandpa. You know what? This is one of those disillusioning stories. I was in Atlanta eating barbecue at Harold's. God bless Harold. Harold has passed. Harold's brother Don has passed. One of my favorite stories. Don't let me derail your answer. Let me come back to it. But my favorite story at Harold's. And trust me, that's not usually the way this happens, but I'm sitting with a buddy of mine one day, who also is no longer amongst us, rest his soul, and we see a rat run through the place. But it was one of those things, they had cleaned or something weird had happened, it's fixed, it was a one-time thing. And this thing goes running through the room. And the decorum, the professionalism with which it was handled, I will go there until the day I die. I whispered to one of the girls, hey, Serena, you might want to tell Don, it's a big Cartoon Network place. You might want to tell Don that I just saw a rat run through the dining room. Turned out, from the dumpster going, one got in when they were, anyway, Don comes in the room 2 minutes later. Little bastard. You better duck. He's in the corner. Shit, he is fast. And it's awesome. It is the best in the city, with the exception of Pig and Chick for pulled pork, and with the exception of Daddy D's for ribs, and with the exception of Slopes for chopped pork sandwich. Kind of like you with the big words. Geode. That one still works. It's kind of small, but geode. What's the question? Macho Man was great, but that's, like I say, one of those disillusioning stories. I was up here eating at Harold's. He was down in Florida recording it by himself. Had Pete Smith with him. Pete Smith, who sounds like Norm Macdonald. That's great, on we go. That's great, on we go. Every time I did great with Pete, Pete would laugh and go, that's great, on we go. I kept trying to get Pete to say whore. Norm Macdonald always tried to upset, what's his face, who was it, Ohlmeyer? Ohlmeyer was NBC West Coast president or something. Always tried to put whore in as many times. And now, SNL News with Norm Macdonald. You know, the president today admitted he had sex with a whore. Ohlmeyer's on the West Coast. Give me New York. Get me New York. Norm Macdonald is gone. Well, I guess I get 5 minutes, 10 seconds. 10. You got, oh, you, if I may, are famed Native American spirit guide, Johnny Big Dick. You got me the big one. I wonder if we'll fill it. Golly, do you think, kids? What are our chances? I don't know. My dad's got a barn. My sister could make costumes. Maybe we could put on a show. And next year we're going to require a non-epileptic cameraman. So the whole video is going to look like, oh, he's funny. Oh. We got the skinny guy. Get me a fat cameraman. All we need in here is Brian Dennehy with a Valium. Give me Brian Dennehy with a Valium, please, and a camera. Leland Sklar. All right, well, I tell you what, man, I've been under the weather. I'm exhausted. I have felt like crap, but as always, all kidding aside, I feed off you guys. I love you, and you absolutely make every show for me, and that's why I'm here. So God bless you, and come see.